Alive, alive, ho. We are live in this big bad world on was it Thursday? Always have to really think hard about that. And sometimes I get it wrong. But it's a Thursday night here in Melbourne town as we are hopefully coming to the end of the harshest of our COVID lockdown measures. Sunday was when the lockdown measures were meant to be reviewed, and the benchmark for making the things a bit lighter has been met. Wait a sec. Look, I was mid-sentence. Look who's here pretty much on time, bringing the sex. It's AIDSy.
Do you want to see my new killing masks that I've got from the chemist?
Yes, I absolutely do. That's the thing I want to see.
This is me in my Navy SEALs marine environment attack mode. It's got little ear things that I won't put over my ears.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right. This is me.
You being visited by aliens.
That's my phone telling me I've got a message. This is me in my stealth urban night mode attack.
All right.
And also when I want to throw some bricks in Brixton.
Yes. Very handy that way.
So there you go. So you can imagine a hoodie over and at night time.
Yeah, very good.
There. Okay, so there's that. And then there's yeah, I'm camouflaged, but I'm pretty camouflaged. I'm in a field of flowers.
Oh, that's an attractive camouflage look there.
How you doing?
That looks good.
I'm autumn scary.
That looks good. That is a nice selection.
And when I'm feeling particularly, I'm going to the hospital now and I'm really unhappy with you, there's this. Now, I don't particularly like these.
Right.
I don't like the whole skull motif on a mask. It sends the wrong impression.
Right. That's really thin. I can see your lips through it.
There you go.
Oh no, Catherine's come in hot. Are they masks? They look more like preteen girls' tank tops.
Either way, I don't care.
AIDSy's been out mugging preteen girls.
Finally. One for the Brotherhood, except they got the flag the wrong way around.
That's okay. A simpler one. Nice. You're for all occasions.
Because I'm sort of available. At least my cock is. Oh, Janelle. So yeah, I'm in my own home now, so there won't be any mask work done. I'm going to get disturbed a lot tonight, and it's no one's fault.
Okay. That's a fair thing.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
So anyway,
who the fuck is this guy? Jesus Christ. Do you know how you invest, I don't know, a couple of $100 that you don't have?
Yeah.
And then they ghost you?
Right.
Yeah. That's what's going on.
That's what's going on? All right. I got stuff in order here. So anyway, hello, Celtic King, Catherine, Fox, Jane. Yes, I did call my sister and no one answered. So I will try again. And Aidsy's got the paper towel out already.
Oh, I'm going to be eating during the grum.
Aha.
Haven't eaten all day.
I see.
Starting to get the hungries. And I've got to do my teeth, and I've got to. I've been on the phone all day to doctors.
Oh, okay.
Joys, doctors, administrators.
The administrators.
It seems that the St Vincent's Hospital through their St George's branch have billed me about $100 for medicines I didn't receive. They're insisting they were dispensed, and I'm going, I'm sure they were dispensed, but I didn't fucking get them. So do you want to send them to me? Because they'll be sitting somewhere in a safe or on a shelf. Well, we can't do that from finance. I'm not expecting you to do that from finance. I'm expecting you to maybe call pharmacy and stop playing with your white balance while I'm bearing my soul to you.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Yeah, it is.
I'm bearing my soul to you and you're playing with your white balance.
It's like reflecting my mood.
Playing up tonight.
It is, I'm exasperated. Oh, they're doing that. And this is, that's cool. Yeah, okay. So
okay. I see what you're saying. You're responding to me in colour.
Yeah. But anyway, yes. So
I'm going that.
Yeah?
I'm going that way. Anyway, so that I rang up my GP, and as I suspected, the hospital rang every single fucking one of my health professionals and bucketed shit upon me from on high. And I've had to mend a lot of wall this week. Every single one of them said, he OD'd on fucking nitrous oxide. This is true. Not one of them said he researched it for 2 weeks before doing it. Not one of them. And I said that to everyone. They said, the internet. And I said, no. Medical journals from MIT and from Oxford University. Not fucking internet anecdotes. I don't need that shit. And then my fucking GP turned around and said, well, that's fair enough. But we know now that anything you put into yourself is bad. And then I went, okay, you fix it then. Make pain not happen. Oh, I don't touch that. I don't touch that at all. All right, then. Let's make a detente situation where you stop commenting upon my efforts where no one else is putting any effort in, and I'll stop asking you for pain relief. How's that going to go? Well, that'd be remiss of me as a doctor. And I said, I'm losing the edge of my patients. Do you want to maybe talk to the other 2 people I've got in the room? And he said yes, and he didn't want to talk to me again. But I rang him up again, and after he'd hung up, and said, we're going to have a little chat about a couple of things. And we had a little chat about a couple of things. And he said, all right, call me in a week. So we're going to have extra long sessions until I calm the fuck down. My medicines have been just wildly fucked up and are all over the place. And he said, you've got to take your medicines as they fucking gave it to you on the sheet. I don't have a sheet. I don't have the medicines. I don't have the scripts. Okay? We're not winning. We're not fucking winning. Anyway, so, yeah, things are going to be a little crazy for a little while. However, I have not lost one whit of my screamingly brilliant humour.
Good.
Good. Check this out.
Oh,
check
no. What
this out.
It's always a bit worrying.
Where's the funny moly thing?
Oh, someone cut the funny moly thing off.
It's gone. It's gone. They cut
there
it
you
off
go.
because they bumped it, you see, and it pissed blood everywhere. And went green and started to have pus come out of it. And they went, that's bad. And I went, yes, it is. It's going to go septic if you don't treat it. And they went, oh, we'll cut it off. And I said, sweet. So surgery? No, we'll just do it here. I went, okay, I'm ready for the local.
Yeah.
No local.
No local. They
That
just
didn't help
hacked.
it. And then I said to them, okay, let's have a rule. When we say did it or didn't hurt, I'll say if it did or didn't hurt. You don't say if it did or hurt if it happened to me. Okay? That's a new rule. Put that down in the file and have that spread to everyone. Okay? New rule. And I was very calm as I said it, but I was quite firm. And then 3 days later they said, oh, it's not closing. And I said, I had noticed the pools of blood under me every morning when I woke up. Maybe that's what's going on. And they said, oh, we'll have to put a stitch in. And I've gone, this should be interesting. So they put 2 stitches in, and I've gone, we've really got to talk to you guys about local. And I said, that's not going to hold you, but to tighten. And they've gone, okay. Nice and tight. Anyway, I felt this thing getting more and more tight and more and more tight. And I've gone, it's expanding. And I said, guys, I think this is expanding. And they said, no, it's fine, it's fine. And I said, guys, I think it's expanding. And they said, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Guys, I really think we need to have a look at this because I think it's expanding. Anyway, the registrar's going, okay, come on, let's have a look. And put her fingers around it to touch it, and it's exploded all over her pretty doctor's clothes. And I laughed. I didn't mean to. I wasn't being malicious. I wasn't being facetious. I just laughed because it just went pop. And I said, oh, it was expanding. And she's looked at me with eyes of hate. But she had glasses on, so it didn't actually go into her. And she had a mask on, so it didn't go into her. And I said, oh, look, it happens to the best of us. Look at me, for example. And she said, all right, well, while we're here, we might as well get the rest. And she said, this might cause some discomfort. And she made fucking sure it caused some discomfort. But what was really nice was they got rid of the infection and the tiny little bit of stitch that had broken off and gone into the wound. And the infection was out. And then they stitched it again, this time with a high alcohol dose. Fuck, that hurt. The stitch itself got cut out. And they did a really interesting technique. It was an old nurse who did it. And she said, right, I'm going to lunch. Bend over. I'm going, how does that be the same thing? And bend over, and she goes, cut. And goes, I'll see you later. And goes. I'm going, there's stitches in me. And then she's poured alcohol on it and left. And after lunch, she's come back and gone, right, let's have a look at you. And gone, right, they're just about ready. Got some tweezers, flick, and they've just slid out. No pain, no fuss, no muss. It was just done. And she said, that's how we used to do it in the old days. Do you know why they still don't do it? Anyway, and I'm going, I don't know why they still don't do it. That was the easiest stitch removal ever, except for once when I had an old doctor and he did the same technique.
There you go.
And
They do it right,
and
they come straight out.
they just fucking bit of alcohol and apparently a bit of salt in the alcohol. I don't know how that works. But leave it for an hour and they just slip straight out, and there's no fucking scar there, and there's no funny moly thing, which disappoints me because it was my little friend. It got me a lot of roots. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go in
I
the
don't know.
nightclub and go, I have no physical deformities. Just go with me on this, Andrew. Just go with me on this.
Yep. Yes. I'm sorry, but if you actually want, because there's an actual specific fetish for people who are into scarring, and I forget, there's a name for it, but people who are into people with either amputations or severe scarring, there's a name for it, and mate, you'd be in. Find that club, and you would be
when
so.
I was working as a prostitute, happy to say that, I ended up specializing in scarred, disfigured, and burned. And it was because I had the ability to look at the client without going, ugh, right?
Oh, you're talking about clients. Yeah.
Yeah. And they basically, when they get their clothes off, their terror is to be looked at as an object of disgust or as an object of fetish. And there were some clients who would pay an enormous sums of money. This is in the 1990s, and we're talking $25,000 for 3 days and 3 nights of what they called the boyfriend experience. And what it was you just hung out with them for 3 days and 3 nights on effectively a dirty weekend, and you went around the city and you had dinner and you went to the movies and you went bowling and you played games. There was a lot of sex involved, and you just interacted with them like they were your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And ignoring any kind of thing about their skin, and talking to the person who was behind that skin, even though that wasn't their name. And they would be prepared to pay $25,000 for that experience. And there was one particular woman who paid for me once a month $25,000, and we were together nearly 9 times. Yeah, 9 times. And at the end of the 9th time, I said, look, woman, you don't need me. You are funny. You are clever. You are actually quite gorgeous. And if you open your eyes, you'll find that there are people who think you're adorable. And, hun, don't, for Christ's sake, tell the agency so I said that, or I'll get killed. But you will find there is someone for you, and you will find that they're very close. I guarantee it with all my heart and soul, because you're a wonderful human being, and you're piss funny, and you're really amazing. Okay, you're really good at what you do. So fucking just listen. I know it's scary, but next time you're in the office or at a party or anything, just breathe. Always move on the exhale. Just breathe. Smile like you always smile. And just look around the room and you'll find someone staring at you. Not at your burns, but in your eyes, right? And you know the stare I mean. Anyway, I never saw her again. Fuck.
Gave her the confidence and blew the money.
Then 6 months later, I saw her at a cafe, and she said, "Hey, Trevor." And I've gone, "Oh, shit. That's my working name. Hey." I don't know her real name. And she's hailed me over, and I said, "Hello, you. How you doing?" And she said, "This is Name, my boyfriend." Gave me a look, and I've gone, And yes, work colleague, not just work colleagues anymore. I think you'll find. He laughed, and she said, "Name, hey, go get us a drink. I want you to meet this guy. He's a great guy. He's a lot of fun." And he's going, "Yeah, no worries. Name," and I've gone, "Sweet." And so he's bailed, and she says, "My name is blah." And I've gone, "Thank you. Just keep calling me Trevor. It's all good."
Yeah.
And she said, "What if I want to get in touch with you for real?" And I said, "Okay, do it over this particular, I'm going to write it down, this particular email address, because if you do it in any other way, they'll know, and bad things will happen to all of us." She said, "Sweet." And while he was gone, she said, "I plucked up my courage after about 2 weeks after you said it, and I noticed one guy looking at me all the time, and I went up to him and said, 'Hey, you, name, I can't help but noticing you've been looking at me a lot. Is there something on my face?'" And now she had burns down pretty much down the side of her body, right?
Yeah.
She'd been standing next to a kerosene heater when she was a kid, and it blew up.
Right.
And they put butter on it.
Oh, yes, back in the day, Jesus.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway,
I
so she
remember
had
that one from when I was a
she
kid.
had
Yeah.
her hair over her face, and I told her once, "Don't do that. You're trying to hide something. You're not trying to hide anything. You're gorgeous." Anyway, next time I saw her, she had her hair cut. And when she smiled, she had a really amazing smile. These amazing green eyes. Don't do any more identifiers. Anyway, this boy was enamored. He adored her, and apparently he had adored her from afar for 3 years, and he just couldn't pluck up the courage to say anything. He didn't know what to say. So she's approached him, and he stammered out this, "Yeah, look, I think you're really pretty. Do you want to maybe go for coffee on the weekend?" And just like, and his mates are just like, his wingman's just like fucking face palming, going, "This is going so fucking well. Maybe I should just shoot myself now." And she's gone, "Yeah, actually, that'd be really cool. We should do a movie as well. Maybe dinner on a route." And apparently he nearly died then and there. And for the rest of the week, nothing was a problem for this guy. Like, everything was good. And his mates were coming up to her and going, "What did you do to him?" Because he's in a really good mood. So the date happens. It's a disaster. The movie's the wrong movie. The restaurant has crappy food. The place, the bar they go to later has a bar fight in the middle of it. So they end up going from there, and he's just going, "Jesus fucking Christ, could this have got any worse?" And she laughs and laughs and says, "No, couldn't have got any worse. I know a pizza place. It's probably got Ebola or E. coli by now. Let's go and get some." So it's shut. They go to Harry's Cafe de Wheels. It's open. They eat a pie each. And she says, "Isn't the harbour beautiful tonight?" And he laughs and says, "Do you know I've just been looking at you?" And she just goes, "Oh." And so straight home to her place. And that was it. They were on.
There you go.
And apparently he was quite gallant as well, because people still to this day like to throw comments. And apparently he was right up for a bit of go the knock. Speak to my girlfriend and fucking come through me first. And you haven't come through me, so now you must hurt. And she would grab him and go, "No, no, 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 no. Let's just walk away." And this one guy apparently who pushed him, and he said, "If you stop doing that, I'd really appreciate that." And then she's gone, "Yeah, we're really just going to walk away. We just don't want any trouble." "Yeah, well, I want and he only got "I want" out of the way until he grabbed his collar, kneed him in the balls, and smashed his face into a table and said, "Darling, I'm sorry you had to say that. Shall we go?" And she said, "Yes." And in Sydney, so fucking the cops are there. 2 hours later, there are
Yeah.
no security cameras, and there's no witnesses apparently. Apparently, yeah, the witnesses saw fuck all.
Yeah.
Because he was an asshole, and fuck him, he deserved it. And
Yeah.
so yeah, a couple of times we exchanged emails, and she just was full of thank you. You gave me the confidence to have a shot, and this guy's just ideal. And then I got invited to their wedding, and I was the gay friend of a cousin of hers. And
Uh-huh.
so me and the gay friend rehearsed what we were going to do all day. And then unfortunately, me and the gay friend had to then go back to the same hotel room
Yeah.
where one of us was going to have the couch and one of us was going to have the bed. And we couldn't decide who was going to have the couch and who was going to have the bed. So we both had the bed. Yeah. That worked out really well. It was a great wedding. Really good wedding.
There you go. That's a beautiful
She
romantic
had
story.
suspicions that it was going to turn out that way, so she set me up really nicely. Thanks, Windman Girl. And so yeah. When I say that you can vouch for me not having any deformities,
Yeah.
you can, and I'll
Absolutely.
just pretend I don't.
Absolutely.
And people will buy it. People will just go, "No, he has no deformities. He's fine. He's cool looking. He looks like he's just stepped out of a magazine and tripped over. But apart from that, he's doing really well.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can speak sentences. Not always, not all the time, and we don't expect him to do the hard ones.
Quite good sentences sometimes. Quite good sentence. Say quite good sentences sometimes. So
sometimes fucking just genius.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to stop the stove from making a noise because I fucking hate it.
Oh, bugger! Because I was going to go away from the thing for a while. You're back. I'm going away for a little bit, and I'm going to be in and out and in and out. And maybe you can. I'm going to turn this thing up, and you can maybe tell us who's in, and say hello to everyone. Because I'm saying hello to everyone just generally.
Yeah, general hello. I'll say some specific hellos of people who came in while you were telling that very romantic story. So, hello to Toby and Annette and Andrew and Safa and Stella. Hello, and hello to anyone else that I maybe inadvertently forgot to say hello to. But yes, so we're here. It's happening. I'm feeling a bit at a loss because I'd had a plan for tomorrow night, namely making some themed cocktails, and I think I'm too low on a particular ingredient that would be core to a couple of the cocktails. But yeah, and it's not easy to get. So I've ordered it from the actual maker, the Applewood Distillery in Adelaide. It's called Okar Gold. I'm always putting it in drinks. It's really good. And so I've basically worked my way through a bottle of it. There's just a little bit left. And so geez, this is going to be a bitter drink. I'm looking at some of these recipes for aperitivos. This one's got Campari and another Amaro in it. It's a herby, bittersweet Italian aperitif with rhubarb. There you go. You don't like rhubarb?
Oh, it's like it's the plant with its roots in hell.
Okay.
They accidentally swapped marijuana for rhubarb, and they said, "Oh, you mean the plant with its roots in hell?" And they said, "Yeah." And they drew it, and you can see it's clearly rhubarb. And then they went out with Reefer Madness, and the
Yeah.
artists were going, "What are you talking about? It's rhubarb."
Yeah.
Everyone knows when you smoke rhubarb, you bite people, and what plant, what fucking plant can you eat down to where it goes red and then it's poisonous? It's
There is
either
that.
poisonous or it's not.
Yeah.
Pick one. It's like fugu, right?
Yes.
It's poisonous. It's prepared right. It's fuzzy in the mouth and makes you a bit high, but and
Yeah.
you eat enough of it, you get really wasted. But it's poisonous. Plants, Australian bush medicine plants are poisonous or they're not. And the bush medicine plants, the poisonous ones, are particularly effective when mixed with the right plants in the right way. You've the wise women have to have virtually a pharmacist's degree to practice, and particular wise women were sought out by different language groups with particular diseases because they knew how to mix very scary medicines together to make. The blackfellas had 3 forms of antibiotic that they're just discovering, and the trouble was that only a few people knew how to make it, and if you fucked it up, you would kill the patient pretty much straight up. So they tried to tended to avoid using it.
I understand. I understand.
Rhubarb, ew.
Yeah. I think Mrs. Angry likes to cook with rhubarb. Yes, Stella, rhubarb and custard. Yeah. And Mrs. Angry likes to cook with rhubarb. There is that thing about eat it right or it's poisonous, which is certainly a weird characteristic for a food to have. But it is what it is. Got to try and decide. I found actually watched on live stream guys making these drinks that fit into a hybrid style. I was talking about this the other night. Hybrid style of cocktail that they call aperitiki. It's half the aperitivo style, which is usually bitter, often bitter Italian at the center of it, and tiki, which is usually rum and fruit juice. And a lot of people reckon the bitter and the rum go really well together. Classically, there was one of the classical tiki drinks. The Jungle Bird had either Aperol or Campari in it, but most don't. They've got all these riffs on things like a white Negroni pina colada, which is one I want to make. What's interesting, they've got one they call the zombie spritz. Now, the zombie is traditionally like a killer drink, like all the rums in there. But this version is a low alcohol things like, well, it's a spritz. They've said to put sparkling wine in. But yeah, it's got like a red aromatized wine, aka wow, the right words actually stuck in my brain somewhere and won't come out. As Manhattan is.
Welcome to my world.
I know. See, that's why I tried to make you feel better when you said you were forgetting words, because I do as well. Stella is currently growing 10 rhubarb seedlings. So she assumes in your world, AZ, that makes her a witch. So yes. Yeah. Throw the sign of the horns. Yes. But why is this word user Unico vermouth? Jesus, why was the fucking word vermouth so hard to remember? Jesus Christ, I haven't even been drinking. Oh my god, that's
You
concerning.
you don't like vermouth very much.
You don't?
You don't.
Until I found a good one, and then it's like, oh wow, this is actually good.
Fair enough.
You know what I could use? I could use Mrs. Angry's plum wine as a vermouth. Actually, fuck yeah, that's what I've got to do. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, this version of a Jungle Birds like rum and Campari and another Amaro and stuff. But there's this one in Zogby. Instead of just being all the rums, it's got like a red vermouth, Aperol, little bit of rum, and then go a bar spoon of absinthe, a bar spoon of banana liqueur, a bar spoon of vodka. Why in the ever loving fuck would you put a bar spoon of vodka in something that is a neutral spirit? That's just kind of annoying me. That's dumb as hell. Cinnamon syrup, lime, and then grapefruit juice, lime juice, cinnamon syrup, bitters, saline. So I'd probably just put a dash of salt in, pinch of salt, rather than go to the trouble of making a saline solution. And then a sparkling wine. They say a sparkling red wine, which sounds gross in my opinion. I'd probably do. I've got some sparkling cider.
Question.
Yeah.
What is the measure a basket? You said
What?
put a basket of vodka in.
No, but sorry, that's me slurring my words, I guess. It was a bar spoon.
Oh,
A
bar
spoon used
Thank
at
you.
the bar. So I must have been slurring a bit. But yeah, so that's about 5
I thought
mil.
you were in a basket. I thought it was a new measure of alcohol that I hadn't heard of. Because I
Yeah,
thought
you just get a whole basket
of an alcohol might be a
lot.
shitload, like 4
Yes.
bottles. You put
Yes.
4 bottles of vodka in this one glass, and then you put a jigger of this and a dash of that and a pinch of this, and you hit him over the head with a brick.
Mm. Yes, well, a bar spoon is just a dash. It's like 5 mils. Abigail's been playing regular games of Among Us with friend group, and it's fun. Tonight had 10 people playing. That sounds interesting. Don't even know what that is. What is... Oh, God, what am I doing? Among Us. Oh, okay, I've seen the memes of this, and I have no idea what it is. I've seen all the images and people making memes. These funny little spaceman characters. And I kind of suspected that's what it was too. So no, I haven't seen that game, but I've seen everyone doing screenshots and making memes and stuff from Among Us. Check it out on Steam. Hella fun. Okay. It certainly captured people's imaginations at the moment. So it's kind of funny, this one, kind of arbitrarily calling it a zombie spritz, because traditionally a zombie, all these things, rum, all the different sorts of rum, and this has just got 1/4 ounce of rum in it. But making it a spritz with something sparkling, I'd probably make it with, as I was saying, cider, sparkling cider. I might do that one. White Negroni Pina Colada, Flamingo Milanese. What's it? Old Sister Tamarind. Variation on an old fashioned. So bourbon, rum, verjus, tam jam. 2 teaspoons of dark brown sugar, 1/2 cup of sour tamarind, 4 ounces of water. Ooh. Tamarind jam. Well, that's too complicated. I'm not making that. What's a flamingo Milanese? Campari, Galliano, Cachaça, Oleo Sacrum, lime, absinthe. What's a good substitute for Galliano? Is Galliano an aniseed flavored beverage? The original botanical? Dominated by vanilla and anise. Galliano's vanilla and anise. Traeger is mint juniper and anise. I could hack that. Vanilla and anise. I could do some liquor 43 and some absinthe. So Flamingo Milanese, Galliano Autentico, and yeah, just put the liquor 43 and put a little bit more absinthe in. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Charlie, you stayed on and got a bit silly after the stream last night. Good. Glad you had fun. Silly is fun. That's what we like. Oh, so Abigail, so it's not actually a new game. Among Us is not actually new. But yeah, it's definitely been blowing up because I've been seeing it on the socials everywhere. As soon as I did like the Google search on it, I recognized the visuals straight away. Maybe I will make aperitifs tomorrow night. Chutney gimlet, pearl of Krishna, rendition of coconut red curry martinez. Good Lord, that seems really complicated. A curry cocktail. What's actually in it? Gin, vodka, carrot eau de vie, red vermouth, coconut liqueur, bitter end, curry bitter. Okay, so it's literally just a dash of curry bitters. So it's not really going to taste like curry in there. And then by me too. Oh, you're saying were you also getting silly last night? That's a thing I approve of. I definitely approve of getting silly. It is a good thing to do. I could do this. Actually, maybe I should taste test this one. See if I can make it. Now that one should be okay. A zombie spritz. Dante's Jungle Bird. I might taste test this one and see if I can tolerate it. I think AZ's having a conversation off to the side, but that's okay. So this is a make it in your glass drink. Okay. Can do that. Can absolutely do that. Oh God, you know what I have to do? Well, actually, I have to do two things now that I think of it. We got to get some ice ready. Charlie got back from a new Middle Eastern restaurant and the food was fucking delicious. Excellent. Just by the beach. Oh, the luxury of going out somewhere. Is an infusion I'm making actually. Because you may not remember over other things I was making an oleo sacrum. I peeled and juiced all the citrus. I put the citrus peel in a bowl with sugar and sort of work it in a bit, leave it for a day or so. It turns into a syrup as the sugar leaches all the oils out of the citrus. And then you add a bit of water to dissolve the sugar fully. And you get a really nice citrusy sugar syrup for cocktails, which is great. But then I have all these peels. So I've put my gin in here, Irish moonshine, basically. It was a white spirit, 55% alcohol. So it's fairly high alcohol. I thought I'd make it a bit more interesting by infusing some citrus into it. And it looks like it's already going a nice orange color. So I'll try that at some point. Ooh, nice, Charlie. The owner looks like Eric Banner. I did see that story, Safa, about a guy dying and they saying it's because he ate too much black licorice. I'm always incredibly dubious about those stories about someone died from eating something that seems totally innocuous, because there's usually a whole bunch of complicating factors that they're conveniently glossing over to make it sound a wild and crazy story of someone dying because they ate too much black licorice. But yes, I didn't read the story.
Also from the fact that licorice is a powerful emetic, and he would have basically crapped it all out before it could have poisoned him. But whatever.
Yes. So you've been pulling out. Did you send me that link, actually? I thought it was funny, Qantas selling stocked booze trolleys for $975. It's an actual used trolley from a Qantas 747, and it's fully stocked with all the stuff they have in business class, like mini bottles of wine and champagne and Tim Tams and Qantas pajamas. It's funny. It's also kind of weird and desperate, but I think it's funny. Yeah. Oh, I've got to prepare some ice. That's the thing I've got to do, because I've got some ice and it's too big, so I have to try and cut it and hope it doesn't crack and ruin its beautiful thing. Oh, yeah, Safa, I did see your family's alcohol collection. There's a good mix of stuff there, but what it looks like is that it was all base spirits. You need some mixes in there, like some vermouth or some liqueurs or whatnot. That looked like all the base spirits for drinks, which is good if all you want to do is, put booze with Coke or whatever, fine. But if you want to get a bit creative, you've got a good selection of base spirits there, but you need some mixes, some, Cointreau or triple sec and some vermouths and whatnot. And then you can start getting creative. Oh, is that why you had that out? You were cleaning the pantry. Right. I thought they were just always there. Right, yes. It's getting stuff, because I'm going to try and cut some ice and hope it doesn't crack and ruin the clear effect. I need a chopping board to try and contain my mess. This will be interesting. Well, it's actually not necessarily going to be interesting visually, but... Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do, is actually put some more water in the freezer to make some more ice for the weekend, because this clear ice actually takes a couple of days because of the insulated container it's in. So if I put something in now, it might be ready for Saturday night. Don't think I have room. I think I fucked up. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's too much stuff in here. That's okay. I'm just going to leave that. Okay. Okay. So, got my ice that I made. Ooh, Charlie been having a sparkling lychee wine. Nice.
Fine. Then I'll get my warmer out.
So that's my ice, which goes clear in drinks, but it's too big. I got to cut it in half. I should just be able to do it with a knife. Hopefully it won't crack, because if it cracks, that kind of ruins the clear effect. Come on, you can do it, big guy. Actually, sometimes you just cut it a bit, then you can... But that's not working for me this time. Still, I remind you, fourth grade teacher told you a yarn about working in the Mars bar factory. She's on the licorice line. Let them eat as much as they want deliberately. One dose of the shits and they don't ever eat them again. Just like AT said. It's a pretty evil joke to play on your workers, really. Did work that time. Split the ice into 2 pieces. It's a little piece and 1 big piece. I just realized I don't want to use it tonight anyway. Saying beer is stupidly expensive. Oh, what's the alcohol price in Queensland? Beer's expensive. Yeah. I have no idea what the differences are in alcohol prices between states, actually. It's kind of interesting. So, all right. I am going to, I know what I'll do. I'll see if this fits. This glass. I'm going to see if this glass will hold one of my Death Star ice balls. So, let's see. Let us see. Perfect. Holds it perfectly. All right, I'm going to mix the drink in the glass. All right, so got my little mixing spoon there. That'll be fine. So this one, Dante's Jungle Bird. I'm going to try and make this. And I don't have my jigger. Gotta get this. Where is it? All right. So, rum, Campari, Amaro. God, what could I put? These two. All right. I'm going to improvise. I got these 2 different red aperitifs. Rum. This is my most recent rum purchase. It's really nice. What's it meant to get? Pineapple juice and lime juice. Pineapple juice and lime juice.
Hello.
What? What are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
I was listening on you all the time, but
Yeah.
I was off camera for most of it.
Yes,
But
you
I
were.
was listening all the time. And
That's
I
right.
was going helpful hints occasionally.
Oh, it just sounded like a crazy man muttering in the background. Couldn't actually hear any words you said.
No, the words you were hearing were in your mind.
That's what I
if we're
thought.
to a fucking crazy man, motherfucker,
Yeah.
I think we're going to be looking at the guy with the glasses on. That would be you, Mr.
That's fair.
Kirkness.
That is absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair.
I was sending you psychic messages to help you, and you have spurned my gift after spending much effort on you. So I am going to eat my biscuits without your help.
Okay. That's fair. That is all fair. That's absolutely fair. So I'm going for that rum and this bright red Aperol. The bottle's probably sealed shut from the sugar because I haven't opened it for ages. Aperol, half an ounce of Aperol. And I'm going to do a quarter of an ounce of this. I think this is a French aperitif. Dolan, French, I think. Yeah, they're French. Bitter de chambre. So I'm going to do a quarter ounce of this bitter aperitif. And lots of pineapple juice from the sounds of this. 2.5 ounces of pineapple juice. So that's all the way up there. This is mostly a pineapple juice drink. Ooh, it's a nice color when you put the pineapple juice in it. And is it just a bar spoon of lime juice? All right. Got my bar spoon. I got a bar spoon. And put that in. It's actually going to look really pretty if I make a video of it. So, stirring that. Stirring. Are you
It looks
fascinated
very
by
pretty and orange from here.
it? Yeah. Oh, it looked really pretty because it's got bright red stuff. And then I poured pineapple juice in, and the swirl of the pineapple juice going through the red was really pretty. Stella, do we want any recipes for extra avocado? Obviously not guacamole. I'd probably just have it on sandwiches. Okay, this is you want this is me being super decadent, Stella. It's a toasted okay, and this is the most decadent way. It's a toasted sandwich. You get cook up some bacon, mush up your avocado, get the bread, like putting in a sandwich toaster, butter it on the outside, but not just butter. On the buttered side, you sprinkle Parmesan cheese, and you get the Parmesan cheese stuck to the bread, and then so you whack the bread, put the avocado, the bacon, the other bread, and toasty, and then you get this yummy toasty sandwich that's got a crispy Parmesan crust and the bacon and avocado. And if you want to go the whole way, actually, like what Charlie says, after you take a blat, bacon, lettuce, avocado, and tomato, you don't want to toast lettuce. You can toast the tomato, although I worry about toasted tomato. I often think it's like the water in the tomato gets like nuclear fucking hot and burns your tongue when you do it. But you could toast it with the tomato and then open it up when you take it out there, put your lettuce in and whack. So, whichever one of those appeals to you, just the bacon, avocado, and tomato, or bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato. But the trick is, if you want it to be super decadent, you do that Parmesan crust on the outside of it in the sandwich toaster, and that's my recipe for using up some avocado. Anyway, I've got to see if I, because I don't really like bitter drinks. I've got to see if I actually like this.
I'll go on too for the extra avocado.
What's your?
So what you do is you get
Oh, that's pretty good.
Now you may toast or may not toast it. It's your call, really. And then what you do is you spread the avocado upon the bread in a nice thick layer, and then you get your knife and you put grooves down the avocado. So maybe you've got enough for 4 slices and maybe you've got enough for 2. You put grooves down the avocado paste, and then you put mozzarella cheese over that. And then where the grooves are, you run either cranberry sauce or some kind of sweet red jam thing. Then you this is the tricky bit because people fuck this up all the time. Then you get either day-old rice,
right,
which you've flattened out into a paste.
Right.
I know it sounds weird, right?
No, you keep going.
Or you get another piece of bread which you've cut the crusts off.
Okay.
You cut the crusts off the bread and then you pop that on the top and then you toast that.
Right.
Yeah. Once you've toasted it, you take it out, you nuke it for 20 seconds. Then you toast it again, and then you come out and you can basically, it's crisp as hell. And then what you can do is, because it's all stuck together, you can cut it into chunks and either eat it as is, or eat it with caviar, or eat it with your favourite topping. It's a bit nice. Not an
That actually sounds pretty
everyday
good.
thing,
Hmm.
but it's very nice.
That sounds pretty good. Oh, and a hellion hello to Kirsten. Okay, Stella can't use my suggestion because she's trying to reduce cholesterol, but she also doesn't have the ingredients, and I've made her hungry. As Charlie said, actually, you can put it in smoothies, and some people go, ooh, gross, avocado smoothie. I actually vouch for that. Avocado smoothie. Yeah.
Very nice in smoothies.
Yeah.
Very
And
nice in smoothies mixed up with a lot of sweet fruit.
If it has to be like low cholesterol, what like by itself, mush up, not turn it into guacamole, just mush up the avocado, sprinkle what spices take your fancy, even just a tiny sprinkle of pepper and maybe some cayenne, maybe something tagine, something like that, and lemon juice. Squeeze some lemon juice over that.
Lemon juice, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just spoon stuff in your mouth.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Or just get light
You know
crackers.
what else is nice? Is tuna. You make that
Wait,
mix,
tuna? Yeah.
and then you put it in a tuna sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah. No, these all work. These all definitely work. Yes. So yeah, okay. I test drove this one because I didn't know if I'd like it because I'm not that into bitter, but I used my wussy bitter drinks rather than actual Campari, which I can't fucking stand. So Dante's Jungle Bird, and I made it with Aperol and Dolan bitter de Chambray.
Oh, it was Campari. That was the one that you had hatred, approaching religion to.
Yeah, no, Campari is bad. Oh, nice. Charlie puts a little chicken salt on the avocado on an English muffin.
I don't know how I got in.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean, Charlie. Any sort of little spices you like, chicken salt, pepper, tagine, anything that you like, even just some herbs, sprinkle over the top, bit of lemon juice. English muffin is a good, easy way to serve it too, actually. Spread some on an English muffin. Yeah.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, that'd work.
That would work. Because I've had...
Sorry, go.
Go on.
I was going to say, I think you missed this. Remember I bought that Irish moonshine, the poutine, as like 55% alcohol. I'm steeping it in some citrus, so I'm going to get a nice citrusy moonshine out of that. Just thought you'd like that. That's all.
I do like that.
Yes.
I do like that a lot. I might have to break quarantine and come around and help you with it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wait for Sunday. Who knows what the news will be on Sunday, because Dan has said, because everything's going so well, because the numbers to lighten the restrictions a bit this Sunday, they wanted the daily cases, like the rolling average, 7-day average, to be somewhere between 30 and 50 to feel things were working. And like we've been getting individual days down to 11, 12, 13, 14 cases. The 7-day average now is actually 28 or 29 cases. So it's way below target, like way below. So Dan said, because it's been going so well, they're researching what they think is some additional safe things to relax. So on Sunday, he's going to announce some additional relaxations. We've been having bets, Mrs. Angry and I, like every time there's a thing, we take bets. What's it going to be? What's the restriction going to be? And I was like really wrong. I thought he'd ease the restrictions after the initial 6 weeks, and he didn't. He just kept them. So I lost the first bet. But this one, my bets are, the two big ones are curfew go bye-bye, like is going to say no curfew at all. And he'll expand the distance you're allowed to go. Currently, we're not meant to go more than 5 kilometers from home. He's going to expand it to at least 10 kilometers, maybe 20. Maybe even just say, look, in Metro Melbourne, you can move around to Metro Melbourne. But if you're in Metro Melbourne, you can't go to regional. And if you're in the regional areas, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But I reckon those are my two big predictions. Curfew go bye-bye completely, and the restrictions of how far you can go are expanded to at least 10 kilometres, maybe 20, maybe all things. Mrs. Angry reckons the curfew's going to stay, although we might make it another hour later.
Yep.
Yeah, you reckon that?
I think the curfew's going to stay, and I think the home socialisation is going to pick up. I think you're going to be allowed to have a few more people at home, but I think beyond that, it's going to stay pretty much as is. And I think there's going to be some communications style announcements. I think more shops are going to be allowed to do more trading-ish.
Yeah, I think so.
Because while all this happens, the Premier's also got to keep an eye on the economy. And because ScoMo is not going to do it. And I think while we're still getting fresh cases, we've got to stop living in the dream world that things are going to go back to normal. It's not going to happen. We're going to be distanced, masked, isolated, get told to stay home. It's just going to be life.
I think until there's a vaccine, masks and distancing, like dining out and stuff, it's going to be that, okay, it's like we'll come up with guidelines for setting up specific things so people can be outside as much as possible and separated as much as possible, which means in terms of Melbourne's usual laneway stuff, about a tenth the number of people they normally squeeze in. But
I think a lot of Melbourne's lane footpath dining is shit, because they say, I've got this wide footpath, so you can stick a table on them. It's like, well, you can't get past.
Well, they're talking about stopping traffic. So in key streets in the CBD, actually blocking streets to traffic. It's like, okay, and in the suburbs, it's like, okay, here's your shopping strip. We're blocking off these 3 blocks. No cars in these 3 blocks. So I don't know if that's really going to go ahead, but that's the talk.
That would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah. So
it'd be like Burke Street malls all over the place.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. There's a lot of talk of streets being closed. Well. Yeah, because everyone acknowledges.
We've really got to do.
Yeah.
We've really got to take up the shopkeepers' Chamber of Commerce's idea of putting a 2% levy on all products in the CBD and make public transport free in 24 hours.
They're not making it free, but apparently they're making off-peak about half what it is now. So it's to encourage people to travel outside of peak hours. It's like if you travel in peak hour, public transport's going to be the same cost, but off-peak is going to be half the cost. So,
but really, I mean, when you consider the cost of upkeep of a car and parking, fucking PT is fuck all.
Oh yeah. But you just need it to be a bit more regular and reliable. But I'm a big public transport advocate. Saf was talking about that was a weird one. That was actually the lobby group, the public transport users group, objected to free trams in the city, to which I thought, fuck off, you dickwads.
Which was dumb. I don't know what the fuck. What was that about?
Their argument was, it's not fair to the people who pay for tickets that all these people are here. And I was like, shut the fuck up, you fucking ass clown. Abigail, I'm also a big believer public transport should be free. It's kind of like with the ridiculous Mikey system, and this goes right back to, what was the previous Labor Premier's name? Steve Bracks.
No, before him. It was before him.
No, it was Steve Bracks. It was Steve Bracks, and his administration completely fucked up the Mikey system. Cost literally...
He did?
literally 10 times more than it was budgeted for. Instead of
Did
like
the one
30
before,
million, it was like several billion. No, this was all Steve Brax. And the Liberals, one of the things they campaigned on when they did actually win government was that they were going to look at killing this Mikey thing.
Mikey?
Then they got in and said,
etymology of the name Mikey is as follows.
Shut up.
Diminutive of
Cancel.
they
Siri.
Mhm.
What's the history of the Mikey system of transport in Melbourne?
Okay, I
Shut
found
up.
this on the web for what's the history of the Mikey system of transport in Melbourne. Check it out.
so yeah, the Liberals said they would look at killing the Mikey system because of its cost overruns. And then when they got in, they said, oh, no, actually, it's too far gone. We can finish it, but we'd have to throw away a couple $2 billion if we just killed it. And they would never disclose the ultimate cost because it was such a bit of fuckery. It was, I don't know, it's supposed to be, I don't know, tens of millions or $100 million. And it clearly cost like over fucking $3 billion or something. It was ridiculous, just ridiculous cost overruns. And yeah, alternatively, if you had just made public transport free, in 10 years, we'd still be ahead. 10 years of free public transport would have cost the state less than the implementation of Mikey. And when you factor in all the money they spend on fucking ticket inspectors and the wannabe cop thugs in the stations, free public transport would have been a much more economical idea. Bobo, hello. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those PSOs, they fucking suck. They suck so fucking hard. But yes, so if they had never gone on with...
Who was the Victorian...
If they'd never gone on with Mikey and just said, we should make public transport free, would have saved money. Like, definitely over 10 years and realistically probably over 20 years. Kirsten, Perth did smart cards. Oh, yeah. No. Perth successfully did the smart cards. I think Melbourne is really the only city that absolutely fucked up the smart card ticketing system, and it was fucked. I think even Sydney's was comparatively trouble-free compared to Melbourne. Melbourne was just an unmitigated disaster. And who the fuck knows why? It was basically, instead of just replicating an already successful technology, somehow they got sold on this company developing brand new technology for them. They believed a sales pitch that this would be even better, and it wasn't. It really fucking wasn't. So, yeah, it was an absolute disaster, cost billions of dollars, and would have been far better off economically if you'd never even tried and just made public transport free. But yeah, that's a bridge too far, apparently. There you go, Charlie. Brizzy has go-karts. Yeah, I think Brisbane's is much more successful than Melbourne's. Because you don't understand why it's only 2 zones. Hang on a sec. Wait a sec. I switched off your mic.
Yeah, Smug8's he's got a thing.
What's the thing?
Okay, so Kennett greenlit it, Brax carried it on, and they got their feet caught in it and couldn't get out.
Well,
you're right, Brax fucked it.
They chose not to. They covered up how badly it was failing.
They all did. Everyone did. And it failed real bad.
Yeah. So it was years overdue and literally billions of dollars over budget. And it should have been abandoned. It should never have been started, but it should have been abandoned.
Brax's big fault was he had the option then and there to cut it and run, but he said we're just so far in, we've got to keep going, and he had no foresight that it would keep on running bad and spend 9 more times what he'd already spent.
Yeah.
And it did. He should have just cut it and run and started again. And it's been a lesson for all of us. For example, when they fucking tried to put the expressway under the cemetery, which wouldn't have gone anywhere and done anything, the new Labor government said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to cut it. Oh, it's going to cost money. We're going to cut it. We've done this before and it's bit us in the dick. We're going to cut it and make more trains and one out to the airport. Oh, so, you know, they do learn.
Yeah. So, but yes, it was a fuck up. It was far and away the worst fuck up of the Brax government. But Bobo, your issue is you live in Gippsland, so only use public transport on the odd occasion, can never find your damn Mikey or has expired. I think the thing of not being able to buy a one-day ticket is stupid as fuck. That is the far and above worst thing about Mikey, that you just can't go to a machine and get a one-day ticket. That is stupid as fuck. There's no justification for it. They can hem and haw all they want about it. It's like, no, that's just criminally bad design. That's just fucking terrible.
And there's criminally bad design all over the system. You cannot buy a ticket, or you can't buy a plastic anywhere near where the actual transport is.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're on the transport, you can't buy a card.
Yeah. And the other shitty thing they did was take away the tram conductors who used to sell you tickets on the tram and not replace them with an easy-to-use thing. It was just like, no, we've just made it 100 times more difficult for you to get a ticket for a tram, but it's your fault. It's up to you, you know? And it's just like, well, fuck off, man. That was Kennett. But then again, Kennett was diabolically evil, slash and burn, cut all public services. He's an absolute piece of shit. Did one good thing, change the licensing laws in Melbourne. So again, try and be fair. Give him credit. He did one good thing. Change the licensing laws.
And he's also apparently an amazing fucking advocate for depression. Can get money out of fucking anywhere for depression in Australia.
Except he's developed brain worms in the last couple of years, and he just keeps saying worse and worse things. He's said some really fuck things to the point of view where the mental health people who were happy to have him as the spokesperson are now just kind of, over there, mate. Just go in the corner and shut the fuck up.
You haven't got anything off the hand.
I'm trying to remember. He did. I'm sure he said something like the, half the people who say they have mental health problems are just fucking sooks. And
Christ.
Yeah. Well, because he's a grumpy old boomer fuck, and And I'm not kidding. His cognitive abilities have gone out the window a bit in the last 10 years. And for him, it's all those years of alcohol abuse, the way he used to be. Because I still remember his concession speech the time he lost a state election, which is before he won one. And he's making a concession speech about how good their campaign was. And he's fucking scuttered. He is so pissed, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember that. He was fucked. And it was sorry. I remember that. But he managed to get words in order just very slowly.
Oh, yeah, no, the big phrase he said is, "We've come within a bull's roar of something truly magnificent." And it's like, Jeff, get off the stage, Jeff.
Jeff, you've done the thing. You've rallied the troops. You're pissed. You can
Yeah.
hardly stand up.
Yeah.
Get off. And
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He was up there for like 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, no, he's pretty pissed. Oh, Charlie's saying, talking about brainworms, she knows people in Queensland who reminisce fondly about the Bjelke Peterson era. But it's the same. In Russia, you get people who fondly recall the glories of Soviet communism. And it's like, don't really think so, guys.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? I remember our mutual friend, my flatmate in Bathurst.
Yeah.
I used to say, fucking Robert Mugabe. What a
Yes.
boil. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be good if someone just put a fucking small ICBM up his ass and lanced that forever?
Yeah.
And he said, well, look, mate, you got to understand these people get where they are because they've got support.
Yeah.
More people want them where they are
Yeah.
than people, or more people of influence want them where they are
Yeah.
than people who don't.
Yeah.
And
But Mugabe was a war hero.
The support they've gone. Huh?
Yeah. Mugabe was a war hero. Rhodesia was
Yeah.
a brutally violent apartheid state. And Mugabe was a leader of the revolution. He was a war hero for good reason. He was definitely raised to the presidency by popular acclaim. And he went straight into despot mode. Straight away started killing opposition people. Accreting power and wealth to himself by running the country into the ground. So he basically he was raised to power by popular acclaim with all this goodwill, and he just straight away fucked it. So I did
turned it into a massive kleptocracy.
Yeah.
Basically, but Zimbabwe has so much in the way of natural resources that, unlike North Korea, it still hasn't fallen over. He's still been stealing hand over fist for so long, but it's still been coughing up. Zimbabwe should be among the fucking G20. So should fucking a few of the other African countries. Uganda. They don't call it Rhodesia anymore, do they?
Zimbabwe.
There should be Angola. Should fucking be in the G20.
Well, they've only had a few hundred years of colonizers plundering all their wealth and then being replaced with people who turn into despots and continue the plundering because they had good teachers in how to be plunderers.
Generals, right?
Yeah.
There's almost a pattern. What you do is you come in with your civil war, you hold the place for 10 years, right? You amass your wealth into your Swiss bank account, and then you fuck off and let another civil war take place. Another despot gets in for 10 years, takes, all the money and fucks off. I won't give money to Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah.
Because they're brilliant people. They're wonderful people. They will go into war zones. They will go into disaster areas. They will go into most awful places and render aid and assistance to whoever. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, they'll just render medical assistance, which is a wonderful thing. Except that increasingly in Africa now, these fucking warlord generals are taking the money they were putting into healthcare and then going around and kidnapping Médecins Sans Frontières and using them as their fucking battlefield medicine, knowing that they can now spend all the rest of the money on guns and themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, what? And of course, Médecins Sans Frontières has no ability to say no.
They're not armed.
And when they basically go, this person's actually more sick than this person, we need to treat this person first. The army will go through and shoot the people that it feels they're in the way of getting their own people treated,
Yeah.
and said, no problem anymore. Now you will treat our people immediately. And it's like, nice. So when the chuggers come around and going, hey, do you like people getting well and better again? Do you like my dreads because I'm a traveller? And I go, I don't like your dreads because they're white person dreads, and that never is a good look. And second, you smell, and third, you know nothing about medicine, sunshine tears, and the political situation that surrounds it. So go fuck yourself.
That's fair. So you say, Charlie, are you asking can you join on camera? We could do that, I guess, for the last half hour. Invite some gang on. If anyone is oop for it. I mean, we always make tomorrow night a big night, but this is good to do that. And that should come up, the link, if someone wants to join. Yeah, I know Kirsten's saying you surprised no one shot Trump. Stella did point out the gun fetishists are actually Trump supporters. I was stunned no one shot Obama. There was not even a realistic attempt to. There were some plots that were stopped because the Secret Service and the FBI were super fucking paranoid he was going to get shot. So they took even the slightest rumors really seriously. There were plots that were headed off.
There were 25 credible threats against Obama every fucking day.
There were more than one group who were actually arrested because they actually had travel plans and actually had guns. Nettie.
Oh, no. That happened every day. Hello, Nelly.
Hello. Oh, I gotta. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Sounds good. Here we go.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Charlie's in the mood now. Okay, you can join us.
Charlie.
And what have you been up to today, Nettie?
Ignoring my life by looking at real estate that I can't afford.
Yeah, but still, that's fun. That's a completely legitimate way to spend time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so bored. I'm so bored.
Well, maybe we'll be allowed to go out after Sunday,
Maybe. It'd be really nice. I want to know when I can go up to Sydney because I'll go see my mum. She's been sick.
Yeah, definitely. And there's Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Hello.
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Ludo.
There's Ludo being a bit calmer this evening.
He's in my spot.
Oh, right. He's in your spot. Oh, my gosh.
Ludo, you're going to have to move up. No, and now he's... Oh.
Zora's in my spot.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you
That's why I'm sitting up instead of lying down. Hey? No, you're
scratching just pick him up and move him.
No.
Someone's got an echo.
I think that's Nettie.
I was echoey. Oh, because I don't have earphones. I don't mean to be echoey, but I don't have headphones.
Oh, okay. No, it's not.
You don't have any?
That's okay.
Maybe I can steal some off my kid. Hang on.
What? There you go.
Do it.
He's got to hug one of the kids.
They'll have them.
Nice. Yeah, they do.
I can't live without my noise cancelling headphones.
Yeah.
I need them to live. I've got I have misophonia. I need these to live.
To cut out the horrible noises of the world. Yes.
It's rough.
Yeah. I'd be too freaked out by noise cancelling headphones, quite honestly. Because I went, there was a shop one that had them on demo, and they were like, try our noise cancelling headphones. And there's a little person talking, and then you put on the headphones, and the person's then talking in your ears, and you say, I'm listening, and you're watching the person going, da, 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 and they're saying, no, 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 it's great for flights, and da, 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 and it's this, and it's that, and you're getting this, oh, look, how good does that music sound? How good does his voice sound? And then the person who you've been listening to says, take the headphones off, and you take the headphones off, and the speakers in front of you are blasting out this horrible noise that's just like the noise you get on a plane when you're on the plane, and I was completely unaware of it. And you take the headphones off, and it's just this.
Yeah, they're mostly good for that kind of thing. They don't block out so much like sharp noises, like
yes, they can. Yeah, I was hear Kirsten saying
like
noise cancelling
they have
save their marriage.
They have that. Yeah.
Alexa, you actually
I have a very noisy partner.
Yeah. Alexa has actually got the tip. If Nettie comes back and she hasn't found headphones, there's the thing, close the YouTube tab and just look on the StreamYard tab. That's actually the tip. Yes, I should have remembered that. Yeah, Kirsten's is now in the second week. Well, actually, second week of ISO, but lockdown generally. Apparently, I snore fairly badly.
Yeah, that's the thing. I put the YouTube tab on mute.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's the thing.
I snore pretty badly, so I've been looking for things because I don't think Mrs. Angry wants to wear noise cancelling headphones to bed. I actually found this thing. What?
I think my net might be being dodgy.
Oh, looks okay from here.
I'm not sure.
We'll understand if you suddenly freeze. But I got this throat spray thing.
Yeah.
To try it out, and it's a lot of quiet. You stick it in back of your throat.
Oh God.
And apparently it works. Oh, but Nettie's got headphones now. Apparently the other solution, Nettie.
Shit. No. Okay, so you guys are all being very dodgy on my end, so it must be my net.
Oh, okay.
You
actually look fine to us.
As usual.
So,
yeah. Well, you guys don't look fine to me. I might have to.
That's a bit harsh. AZ looks frozen. I can't tell if he's just pausing because sometimes he pauses.
He does. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
I can hear you, Nettie.
I may have to refresh my.
Yeah, that's okay. That might work.
I've got NBN, and here's the thing: is the node is only like not far from my house. It's like a few meters away.
Yeah,
and yet. It's still shit.
Yeah, no, they did manage to completely fuck the NBN. Now they're talking about actually following Labor's original plan. So for at least a few million people, okay. So AZ's gone altogether now, which is probably better than the really unflattering fucking freeze frame he was stuck on. But all right, we'll see if he comes back.
Yes.
Kirsten, you
I've got the bed now.
Oh, there you go. Got your own seat. There you go. Anime and hentai community.
Yeah, Ludo hopped off to get his toy.
That's fair. Quicken the dead with bed space. So yeah, now I'm just sticking this throat spray down the back of my throat before going to bed to try and stop myself from snoring.
Is it pure enough? Or
no, it's silence your noisy partner spray. I don't know what it's called. I just got it from the chemist.
Yeah, apparently Purinox is pretty good.
Yeah, this was literally the first thing. I went to the chemist and said, "What have you got to do?" Oh my God, he's got something squeaky? Just going down. It's the most enthusiastic dog. Oh yes.
Got the blue bone.
He's got the bone. I mean, all dogs love their chew toys, but Ludo really, really loves chew toys.
Dogs love to chew.
Yeah, I don't think Mrs. Angry wanted to wear noise-cancelling headphones to bed. That would have worked, but
that's not comfortable. I can't wear them to bed.
Yeah, seems a little bit like it's working. Let's do it. Oh, Safa wants to know how old Ludo is.
He's 2 years old.
2 years old. It's a big 2-year-old.
Yep. He's
Big boy.
about 50 kilos, which is what I used to weigh before I, when I was a little bit anorexic. But I've been working on gaining weight, and I'm trying to get to 60. I weighed myself the other day. It's at 59.
Well, that's good. That's excellent.
Yeah. And I was saying, going to that Middle Eastern restaurant tonight. The food was so good. I'm like, this is gonna help.
This is gonna put you over the 60 kilos.
Yes.
Big plate of Middle Eastern food.
So, yeah. Yeah. So it's oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to go out to actually sit down for a meal again. I'm still slightly dubious. Even if we're allowed to, I'm going to be a bit, I don't know. Wait and see what happens. Oh,
it was
Nettie,
such a...
Nettie, take the headphones off. Unplug the headphones and take the headphones off.
Sorry, what were you saying? Those headphones were dodgy.
So, Nettie, I think you've still got the YouTube window open, or the sound is on YouTube.
Okay, let me have a look. See.
Although it's not now.
No, it was such a family business kind of thing. Like they had, it was like they had their 12-year-old daughter doing her first job helping out there, and
nice.
the owner had such a striking resemblance to Eric Banner. It was wild. I couldn't.
He's Maltese, isn't he?
Isn't he Greek?
Is he Greek?
I thought he was Greek.
A bit Greek.
Well, that's in that
part of the
general
world
area,
anyway.
Mediterranean.
I
think.
Sorry, his real name is Banadinovich. Banadinovich.
Oh, so
whenever I tell Americans that he used to be a comedian, they can't believe it. I showed them a bit of Twitter and
a bit of fast forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad's Croatian. His dad's Croatian and his mum's German. So there you go.
Yeah, the restaurant. I think they're Turkish. The restaurant.
Oh yes.
It was just like a general sort of Mediterranean, Middle Eastern kind of thing.
Yeah. L3's just came in. Yes, you did miss Hobbit Day, but today is Muppet Day. Oh, Toby's going to try and say hello. How's your internet tonight, Toby?
Hi, Toby.
Hi.
Look at that smile. He's with us.
Man, look at all my
he's happy to be here.
Look at all my shit piled up.
Oh, he's
so sorry. Did you have to see my
Charlie's embarrassed
coming through good.
Yeah.
I should have cleaned up.
Try to work out the framing of these things. No, that's okay. Real good.
Here we go. Now no one has to see my mess.
That's what Mrs. Angry's always worried about when I film stuff here. She's going, really? With all that crap in the background? Oh.
That's the thing with all the liquor bottles in the back.
Oh well, everyone knows that. But,
that's a given.
Because I shoot stuff and there's just all crap on the shelves behind them.
That's always like the number one comment from the trolls. They're look at all those liquor bottles in the back. And what about
it? We're proud of it.
Yeah, it's because I'm a rampant alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And
there you go. Stella, you thought he was Yugoslav, Croatian. So it is very much the same part of the world.
Same difference.
Great way to get in a fight to say to a Croat they're a Yugoslav. Excellent way to get in a fight.
And another way to get into a fight is to tell a Dutch person that they're Danish.
Ooh, yeah.
I say it as a half Dutch person. I've had that happen to me. Somebody assumed that Danish and Dutch was the same thing. I was furious.
Yeah.
I heard it's worse if you call a Swedish person Danish.
Or Norwegian.
Yeah. But actual war between Sweden and Denmark goes back centuries. So
yeah, danska jävla.
Yeah,
I learned that off Swedish TV shows. Danska jävla.
I think the one word, the one Dutch word the first Dutch word I ever learned, Potverdamme.
And what's that?
It means God damn it.
It's a good expletive.
And that was that's like the Dutch expletive when something goes wrong. Dutch people go, Potverdamme. Yeah, I heard that a lot as a kid from my grandparents. Every time I fucked up in some way, accidentally tipped over a table or spilled something, Omar would go, Potverdamme. And every time. And
I knew a guy who went to.
And so.
Sorry, continue, Charlie.
Oh yeah, and so when Omar and Opa were talking to each other in Dutch, my brother and I, we could tell when they were talking about us every time they said de kinderen.
Yes. Yeah, they don't realize how obvious some of the words are. Yeah.
I knew a guy who went to Sweden, and of course, we play tricks on tourists. Well, they do too.
Oh yeah.
And so he was told if he wanted to pick up a beautiful Swedish girl, he should tell her that she's fitta.
Oh, which is.
Dad, Charlie, do you know what that means?
Wait, did you say Svita?
Fitta. I can't look. It's a Swedish word. I heard it secondhand. It basically means festy cunt.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Okay. So in German, there's a word Svita, and that means hermaphrodite.
Okay, and it's both sex related. Yeah, there's in the Philippines about the worst exclamation is "putang in a mo," which is your mum's a slut.
There were a lot of Vietnamese kids at my school, and so there was this word that a lot of kids said. It was, how did it go? They were like "dorma." They would say "dorma," and I asked one of my Vietnamese friends, what does that mean? And she refused to tell me. I guess she was that offended. And then I think I heard from someone that it means like fuck your mother or something like that, or maybe that's like the Viet version of motherfucker, or
yeah.
I heard it meant fuck your mother.
Yeah. Well, in the Philippines, traditionally, there's
I got a kid here listening in on this.
Okay.
Just walked in.
Let's exchange foreign language swear words.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah.
Come here and say hi.
Oh, okay. We can say hi. Hello. Hello.
How should she dye her hair? Should it be blonde or red?
Ooh. I know red's always good. I've been thinking of doing one purple.
Blonde is fine.
She wanted green the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, I love green. I've had green. Yeah, do green. That's fun.
See?
It's hard, but it's fun.
There you go. Stella knows how to say cunt in German. It's Futz.
Oh.
Futze.
See, in
Abigail
Dutch,
not too far apart. So yeah.
Oh, sorry. That would be futsa.
Futsa.
Because oh, did I drop out
Speaking
for
of
a
Europe,
second there?
yes,
Just for a
you
second.
have.
Oh,
now you froze.
Uh-oh.
I think
Oh,
you're
no,
back.
no, you're
now.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. Okay,
Yeah, I think
so
you're back now.
that would be pronounced futsa.
Futsa, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and a few
because
people have
the
chimed
E,
in.
yeah,
Yeah.
the E on the end makes an sound.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been looking at French chateaus, and today on my real estate binge, and they're about the same price as a Sydney townhouse or a Melbourne townhouse.
Okay.
So I'm going to France.
Yeah. It's easy to
Yes,
swear at the
Abigail.
Philippines.
Sorry, yes, Abigail. There is a Rammstein song called Svita. That's where I learned it.
Oh my god, that was so funny. That was so funny.
And here comes
Ludo just comes in and goes, all about me.
Suddenly Ludo.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
He's a great dog. He's such a doggy dog.
It's really easy to say something offensive in the Philippines because they have this culturally so much reverence for mothers. There's actually 3 different words for mother. One is the very personal one. It's for your mother.
And how many? And how many words for motherfucker?
Well, the second one is you call someone else's mother.
Were you getting to that?
A different respectable name. And then literally the dictionary word for mother is ina. And that's in Putang and Amo. Ina is just such a rude, impersonal way to say mother. You might as well be saying motherfucker. It's like a black American calling you a mother if you use this ina. So that's 3 different words, but one of them's so rude and impersonal, it's basically a slur. And I do remember one of my kids when she's just learning to speak, she used to make this little noise, and she's just been going nah, nah, and we just laugh because it sounds like she's swearing. And but she was just making random noises.
Yeah, there was a thing I read. This girl who her babysitter only spoke. So this girl, she grew up like bilingual, and her babysitter only spoke Spanish with her.
Yeah.
And one day she wanted to ask for an avocado, but she forgot. She didn't know the Spanish word for avocado, so she said "quiero abogado," which means "I want a lawyer." So this like 4-year-old, 5-year-old girl saying, "I want a lawyer," and the babysitter is just cacking herself.
It's like, what have I done wrong? The kid wants to sue me. And
so California. Yeah.
But yes, kids.
Well, who wants to move to the French countryside?
All of us moved to the French countryside. Well, why not? You know,
I could buy like a big chateau, and we can make we could turn it into a retirement village. And
I'm down for that. And when any of the locals came around to see how we're going, you just scream out the window, "Fuck off, you French bastards!"
Cut the French shit.
Yeah, cut that French shit. Yeah, we got to name the place after Nancy Wake, the Nancy Wake Villa.
Nice.
And whenever anyone any locals give us any grief, we just
cut the French shit. Yeah, I love it.
Get me out of this tree.
Ludo. Okay, he's being silly now.
Just now. This is the most hyperactive, world's biggest puppy.
Ludo, lie down.
He's eating your arm.
He is.
Yeah, because he knows there are bones in it.
Oh, yes. A fresh bone. He's after a fresh bone. You're misbehaving, Charlie. Sorry, Ludo is misbehaving.
Ludo. Come on, lie down.
Abigail wants to move to Germany. Yeah, that's close enough. To France.
Yeah, Germans are always rushing off to France so that they can have it. They want to keep it.
Yeah, from a certain perspective, from certain people's point of view, France is Germany. Yeah.
Oh, she's
being silly.
Oh boy.
Good boy.
Ludo, you're being ignored. Don't
He's so detected. Oh my god.
I can see what you're doing there.
Oh yes, Stella's on board with our countryside retreat. Grow grapes,
You know the
drink
rules.
homemade plonk until we all die. Yeah.
Yes, you're very cute.
That'd be another one.
I've already booked in a whole lot of
no more
Sydney goths from the 90s. Sydney 90s
nice.
goths. So
AJ's trying to reconnect. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it what?
Return of the King.
Return of the 80.
What's he trimming? That's really disconcerting coming at the screen with scissors.
Oh, sorry, I was
giving us a haircut.
Yeah.
I need to do my fringe again.
Give us a haircut.
I'm not going to do any more scissors, okay? There's no more scissors.
All right, that's good.
God, I haven't been to a hairdresser in over 10 years. I don't trust them.
Yeah. Lucas Trudeau wants us all to know that he and Celtic King love us all, so that's good. Oh, you got the cheese. That's nice.
I cut my own hair.
Kirsten wants to eat
Why don't you
unpasteurized
trust
cheese.
hairdressers?
Huh?
Because a lot of them, most of them, don't know what they're doing with my specific hair type.
Oh, I see.
And a lot of them will claim, and a lot of them will claim that they can, but they can't.
They say they can, but they lie.
Yeah,
like, I just remember all these girls with your hair
my best bet would be to go to fucking Maruka and go to one of the African salon there, because black ladies know what they're doing.
Curly hair, yeah.
They would. No, I remember all these because I went to a Presbyterian school, sort of the heritage of it was Presbyterian. So there were quite a few girls with your Scottish hair, and they all had like perfectly round, bloody afro.
Yep. I had the fucking triangle. The fucking Hermione. Yeah.
All right. Shannon wants to join for 5 minutes because it's 5 minutes gone down to bed.
First movie.
Yeah.
First,
there was a lot of that hairstyle at my school.
First movie Hermione, but even bush, like 3 times bushier than that.
No, the girl from Brave.
Yeah, Merida. Yeah.
You got Brave hair from Pixar. Yeah.
No, the thing about your curly hair is that it really needs to be weighted down, doesn't it?
Hey guys, how's it going?
You need to have weight on it.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Grasshopper.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's too short, it just flies up.
Yeah.
They have these wonderful things. They're called forks and spoons, mate.
I'm having sandwiches.
Don't get complicated.
I'm making sandwiches.
You wanker.
Listen, are you busy after tonight?
Who are you saying that to?
Grasshopper.
Daisy, sorry, what was the question, mate?
For what
Are you
purpose?
busy after the stream tonight?
No, I've just finished off work. That's why I joined in.
Well, if you want, I'm going to hang around and have a bit of a chat after Angry Bales to go to bed.
Yeah. So
if
you
guys
it's
are
almost
going to have me
that
around,
time now, isn't it?
Which is of course
Yeah.
last chance for anyone who's in the text chat. If they want to join before I go to bed, I can add them before I go to bed in 5 minutes. But
it doesn't get recorded. It's all very safe.
There's a lot.
Abigail. Abigail, Voyager had some of the silliest yet best plots.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheese talk
I
going
used to
on
watch
in the chat.
Voyager.
It's
Hey,
my
cheese.
favorite.
I love cheese. I love cheese. I'm all good with cheese.
I
Cheese is a
love
good thing.
cheese.
Cheese comes in many varieties. It's made by people who are foreign that you can talk to.
I'm on a diet.
Oh my god! When I was so when I was
I've got cold
when I was
bacon
6,
sitting right here. Here, dog, eat this. For fuck's sake, get
when
rid
I
of it.
okay,
Take the temptation away.
I've mentioned that.
Get rid of that.
I've mentioned that my family's Dutch.
Hey, honey.
Hey,
When
honey.
I was hello. So when I was 6, my Oma took me to Holland, and that was really cool. And one of the coolest things to me was we went to a proper Dutch deli with the big fuck off wheels of cheese. And like fuck off Ludo. And that was, to me, that was fucking magical. Like, Ludo, fuck off. It was like, walking into it was like, like in Willy Wonka when the kids walk in the factory and they see all the shit. That was how it felt to me, walking in there and seeing those giant wheels of cheese and Ludo.
My dad, bless his little cotton socks, he heard back in the 70s.
Stop it, Ludo. No.
My dad heard that, to stop women from
he only does this when I'm on
in
stream.
their old age, you should feed them lots of cheese when they're little.
Okay.
So that's why I was a little woman.
He only does this when I'm on stream.
Yeah, he loves the camera.
He knows when you're giving. He knows when you're giving people
because I'm giving
attention
to someone who isn't him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, babies are just the same.
I've experienced that with the pit bull too. Apparently, they're very notorious.
He's part pit bull. He's 40% pit bull.
He's all just playing. It's just
Stop it.
He's so big.
Unscramble this.
He's a silly.
Nettie, what were you saying?
Oh, my dad got this idea sometime in the early 70s that if you feed the little females lots and lots of cheese, it'll make their bones really strong so that when they get to be big females, they won't start shrinking again. And they won't get osteoporosis.
This
is
human women we're talking about.
Yes.
All right.
Right,
There used to also be a saying that big kids dairy fed.
Sorry, say that again, Stella.
Okay, so he mixed up the idea of cheese and calcium.
Yeah.
And didn't understand calcium absorption.
Oh no, I think we lost.
And didn't bother to research anywhere.
Look,
well, I got to tell you, if
happening in the 70s.
I can prove that wrong.
I was a toddler.
Yeah, no. If they say that eating cheese is what's going to make you tall, then I am absolute proof against that. Like I've always been a cheese eater ever since I was a kid, and I'm a short ass.
That like Dutch.
I've only ever gotten
for the most part.
Who just joined?
Okay, so 2 things.
No, I just messed around with things. Let's go.
That's okay. Cool.
Hey,
so 2 things.
Kirsten, come on, Kirsten, come on the live stream, you funny girl. Get stuck in quarantine, you silly woman.
Probably try not to do
said
that.
something about eat unpasteurized cheese 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 things. One, the cheese and height. I think that's correlation, not causation. Correlation, because Dutch people tend to be quite tall, and the Dutch eat a shit ton of cheese. The other thing about dairy and boob size, I can confirm that that's false.
Works for me.
Yes,
it's a generous cup here. I'm just telling you.
Me, my mum, and my mum's mum, we're all Dairy addicts.
Dairy goes to the hips and bum.
I could make a
little
I could make a comment on my wife's behalf on that one, but if she hears me, she'll come in here and slap me.
All
So
of my weight.
I think I'll just leave that be.
There will be trouble.
I mean, it's all down to genetics, really. You know, weight.
It always is.
All of my
tits.
So go ahead, Stella.
I'm lactose intolerant and I've got huge tits, so whatever.
There you go. Yeah. And my best friend,
Sorry.
Yeah, my best friend is also lactose intolerant, and she has the biggest tits, bigger than my head.
Help the boobs grow, babies.
Stella, this is
babies make them grow.
Actually, I'll tell you.
Size B.
I'll tell you a quick funny story.
Oh shit!
I'll tell you a quick funny story, Angry, before you head off to bed. And this will show you guys exactly how understanding and patient my wife is. A few years ago, just to be a bit of a smartass, I walked up to my wife with a piece of toilet paper while she was in the process of getting changed. She didn't have on a bra, and I started rubbing the piece of toilet paper between her breasts. My wife kind of, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, it worked wonders for your ass."
Oh, that's dangerous ground right there.
She punched me, and I deserved it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You earned that.
I offered no resistance. I stood there and got punched.
It's that sort of relationship, is it?
You know, but you worked for that punching. You climbed that mountain. You planted that flag, and you wiped that toilet paper. Well done, you, grasshopper. I'm proud. I'm crying a little bit.
He is proud. I know.
Yeah. Alrighty. I thank you for that story. I am going to go to bed.
Yeah. Which means that now it's party time.
Yeah.
Good night, Angry. Sleep well, mate.
All right.
Good night.
See you then.